Poland before we talk about Padua was Michael Cherry, sub-45 again. So 2 times in a row now, I've said he's going to break his streak in a good way, and he's continued his streak. So that's both good and bad news, because he hasn't run a 45, but he also hasn't run a 43. But I think the 43 is coming in Zurich.
You put a lot of eggs in the Zurich basket here with Michael Cherry running 43 seconds. I think he will. This race, he kind of was he's been slowly progressing to like 44 flat. This one was a little bit of a slower race for his standard. I mean, he did
shut it down though.
He shut it down. You just want to question, like, how his legs not tired when you run 44 seconds so many times in one season. Like, a lot of times these guys want to save like a big 44 for 1 or 2 moments, but here he's out here doing it 13 times with a chance. If he runs, obviously he'll run the Diamond League final, run 44 at least there. That'll get him up to 14, which will put him top 3 all time. Right now, Roberto Hernandez in 1990 did it 16 times. Jeremy Warner did it 15 times in 2008. And then there's a 4-way tie, which will soon become a 5-way tie for third. Danny Everett, Harry Reynolds, LaShawn Merritt, Quincy Watts, and potentially Michael Cherry with 14. Sub 45, 400s. If you're in the same category as Merritt and Watts, oh, look at this. Michael Cherry, 3 more it is. He wants to go for 3 more to tie Roberto Hernandez.
There you go. You're influencing the racing decisions here, which is a scary thing. Yeah, I'm looking at Roberto Hernandez's 1990, and they were all in the 44s. He ran, his PB was 44:14 that year. That was his fastest of those 16. I think the way he's able to continue so long on this, well, number one, I just think he's got the experience at this point. But also, you just saw how he managed that race. He was in really good position with 100 to go and ran it like a heat of a championship race. He didn't go all the way through the last 50s. He's just saving little bits and pieces where he can. Now, you remember the last Diamond League, when he ran that 44 low, it was a little bit of an opposite dynamic. Chronic James was in that race, so it was a tougher field, but he was behind with 100 to go and then put on the jet. So he's measuring his efforts perfectly in order to get these wins and get these solid times out there. It's just a question of, does he have that little bit extra in Zurich to shave off those hundreds to get to 43? And I think he does, and I think he will.
What do you think is more likely to happen? Him running 3 more 44 seconds, or him winning the Diamond League?
Probably 3 more 44s, but I think he can win the Diamond League. I think, like, when you look at, we could talk about this later when we dive into it, but who's the most motivated? Because I think that matters at this point of the season. Who's the most motivated to keep going? And you look at that Diamond League final there, that's his U.S. championships for next year. Yeah, get it, and then you don't need to worry about all the anxiety and stress that comes along with trials. He don't even need to run the 400. He just needs to show up at the meet. He could become the latest 400-meter runner to run the 100. That's a great incentive, because we're heading to a world where in 2024, no American 400-meter runners run the 400. Everybody runs the 100. They might even cancel the event at a certain point. There might be no 400-meter runners left, and Michael Cherry could do that and get in the 400 for World Championships if he wins this Diamond League final. So I think he can do both, but I just think he's so locked in at 44. It's like, I'm not going to bet on it. Now, was that stat? The stat is most sub 45s in a year, right? So he'll get credit if he runs a 43.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, credit.
Because that would be a weird thing to punish him for. Like, he runs 43.8, and you're like, nope, sorry.
No. That's most sub 45s. So if people are at 43 seconds, that counts.
Yeah.